Hello, and I'm here wearing my storyteller's hat. I would like to talk about dragons and wizards and the long lost friend. I grew up in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and for those of you who have never had the experience of being in Tennessee or North Carolina or parts of South Carolina, or, as I said, a little bit of Alabama, then you don't know the mystery that surrounds what is known as the Smoky Mountains. And I want to tell you the story of why they're called the Smoky Mountains and parts of them. And I'm not sure if this is just going to be one story or two, but we'll try and make it as brief as possible, because I know that some of you are a little bit ADD, and y'all know I love you anyway, but you have short attention spans. The Smoky Mountains are beautiful, and in the mornings and in the evenings they are surrounded by this mist that arises. It is said that they are sleeping dragons, and that someday they'll awake again. On these mountains, there are certain bald spots where there is just nothing growing. And it's an interesting story about those places. Those are places where wizards fought. And they struck at each other over disagreements about how magic should be done, and who was right and who was wrong. A lot of magic in those mountains. I know it's hard to realize, because being of European descent mostly, but I have a lot of Melungeon and a lot of Cherokee, and I've always been drawn to these tales. It's not that surprising that you have wizards striking out at each other with their magic and their words, their insults. Left these bald places to this day. Nothing will grow on those spots. There is a great writer that, if you haven't discovered it, you should. He's long gone from this mortal coil. His name is Manly Wade Wellman, and he wrote the Silver John series. And you would probably have to go out to Amazon. I don't know if he's been republished. You could find him on eBay. If you're lucky, your library carries him. Some of them may be out there on the e-library projects. You just have to check around. But a lot of Silver John's magic was based on a book called Powwows, or the Long Lost Friend, excuse me. It took me forever to find this book, and oops, let's see which way to go. I don't mind if my face is covered. And it's not very well put together. It does have an index, and it's just a collection of mysteries. And Silver John, as he walked the Smoky Mountains, and he encountered creatures that were seen or unseen, he'd often have to pull out powwows, or the long lost friends, as he called it. Pardon me while I take a sip of better coffee, and find the particular saying that would turn the creature into something that could be controlled. The stories are wonderful. To find the actual book that Manly Wade Wellman had used was wonderful. It too can be found. You don't have to believe in magic. You don't have to believe in wizards. See the results of what hatred and slinging of arrows and harsh words can do. As I said, the Smoky Mountains are a sleeping dragon. The mists are its breath. I can see that. But I can also see my mind's eye and feel in my heart those bald spots. They represent magical people, creative people who are now gone because of hatred. So think before you sling. Because no powwow magic is going to bring back a long lost friend. A long lost friend. Be kind. Be good. Peace. Let your light shine.